That's crazy.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? You know what it is. It's another Thursday, and you are tuned in to your two favorite people on Choppin Wit Big Doc on Hot 702.5 FM. I am your host with the most, comedian Big Doc, and to my left, I have my beautiful co-host, the lovely Miss Peaches.
Peace and blessings. You guys, thank you for joining us again on another Thursday.
Another Thursday.
Oh my gosh, another.
we are back again, man. This is crazy. But before we get into it, you know what I'm saying, I want to give a shout out to Boss Lady for giving us the platform to actually get in here and talk to you guys and all that good stuff, even though she insulted me when I came in because I have on some gray shorts, some gray sweat shorts, and she called me a thought and said that I was in here wearing lingerie. So I'm not sure, where that even came from, and I'm really getting sick of this shit where I can't wear the clothes that I want because you females are perverts out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have to take that shit. So I'm standing up for all men. Man, you know what I'm saying? If you want to wear your gray sweatpants, gray sweat shorts, whatever you want to wear, man, go out there and you wear that shit. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? You're not a thought, man. I'm not a thought, man. And I take offense to that. You know, y'all can kiss the crack of my ass. There.
No hoochie daddy shorts.
I'm not wearing them. What are them short shorts?
Them hoochie daddy shorts.
Yeah, them short shorts that these cats is wearing. I'm not doing
they take the grandpa shorts and they buy them extra tight, and then they get it real short, and then they iron them with the creases in the bottom, so that way they hug the thigh muscle.
Not cool.
And then you got to have enough thigh muscle to do it though. You can't be like, you can't be in the granddaddy shorts.
Nah, I got chicken legs. Yeah, I got chicken legs, so it ain't gonna be no granddaddy shorts for me. Motherfuckers will be like, nigga, you skip leg day forever. So
they call them hoochie daddy now, but them are granddaddy shorts.
Cool.
That's the dude at the barbecue with the pants that come all the way up to
hey, you know that food gonna be good if that dude is on the grill though.
And he got the straw hat with the funny color shirts, and he got the Moses sandals, the ones that Moses gave away. Them. That dude.
Them. All right, so enough of that. Somber moment, man. We lost another hip hop great yesterday, man. Very suddenly. The reports I got when I read up on the story was he was at a friend's house in L.A. He went to the bathroom. Apparently, he was in the bathroom for a while. His friend was calling his name. "What's up, Dirt Gang? I see you." His friend was calling his name. He didn't come out. He was in there for a good while. So his friend went into the bathroom, opened the door, and he found Coolio unresponsive on the floor. Called 911. When EMTs got there, they pronounced him dead at the scene. So. Rest in peace to Coolio, man. Everybody remembers Coolio. A lot of people remember Gangsta's Paradise, but, I remember, Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah, that's my favorite video. Yeah. My brother is in that video.
Yes. So, what I'm saying, it's sad. It's sad to see, that we're losing a lot of our hip hop icons like that, man.
Yeah. I mean, well, for us, right, our era, our genre, it's starting to happen a little more frequently. And it is what it is. That's the circle of life. They're transitioning. Yeah. Our day is coming.
Yeah. Nobody's getting off this rock alive. Right. That's for certain.
No, we are not. Hey, peace. I just got in. I'm sorry, I didn't want to be rude to the piece, to the love that I see out there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw the piece back out and the love back out. That was Dirt Gang that was saying that.
Yeah, that's Dirt Gang.
I just caught up, y'all.
And then you got Stephanie over there. Yes, you are 100%, most definitely. Gray sweats are male thought attire. No, they're not.
I thought of Miss Prime.
Come on, man. Why can't we wear what we want? You know what I'm saying?
We can't wear what we want.
No. Exactly, Marcus, man. Yep, he was with Dub C in the Mad Circle, man. Coolio was.
Yeah, my brother did background for him. As a matter of fact, I think he's number 3 on the stairs behind him in the Fantastic Voyage video.
Right, man. Yeah, so. I mean, and he lived out here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you'd see him. Yeah, you definitely see him, wandering around, man. And he still had a couple of them braids on, when I ran into him, I told him, like, man, just go and cut the shit off, dog. Like, what you holding on to? You know what I'm saying? But between that, Flavor Flav, he's out here.
Yeah, I met him quite a few times, too. I love his energy.
Oh, yeah. Flav,
definitely
cool.
A sweet guy.
Yeah, cool,
nice
humble.
Person.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep.
Prayers to the people out there in Florida, man, going through it, man. That hurricane ain't no joke, and them They had a tornado that touched down,
on top of
out
all
there
of it,
as well.
on
Yeah.
top of everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Somebody sent me a video. There was a person who, I guess they were coming, down their stairs, and when they were coming down their stairs, the water was rushing from one side of the house to the other. You could literally see that wherever it was coming in from, there was no more door, no more wall, no more any of that.
Right.
And where it was going out of, there was no more door, no more wall, no more any of that.
Right.
And then right about halfway through that, though, this it looked like about 20, 25 feet long. This alligator, crocodile, some type of reptilian creature swam right through the living room and kept on going.
Might say something that wasn't paying rent.
Something that wasn't paying rent. His broke best friend swam right on through his living room and right on out. I was like, okay, see, that's why I can't live in Florida.
No.
Because that right there.
No. That right there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand, it's a natural disaster.
Right.
Obviously, but, one of the things that we definitely, I don't give a damn, you know what I'm saying, if, there's a natural disaster and then you get, alligators and crocodiles just like floating through your crib.
Right.
I'm not okay with that.
And people get afraid of earthquakes. Coming to California, earthquake, you walk through that. Most of us, right? We be walking down the street, an earthquake happened. We'd be like, okay, let's just make sure there's no cracks.
Exactly.
I just don't want to fall in a hole. But outside of that, it just really there's some huge ones that are probably, scared your skin off. But ultimately, that's kind of all you get in Cali. So to see things like hurricanes, tornadoes, all that scares the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a punk.
Nah, it's, you know what? I've been through, being in the Navy, we got to see a lot of different things,
right.
And the thing that really kicked my tail and really shocked me was we were, where were we? I think we were somewhere like out towards Korea.
Okay.
In the China Sea. But we were literally like in the middle of the ocean. And, we're sitting on the flight deck and I just see like white stuff passing by me. I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? And I turn to the bow of the ship, the front part of the ship for people that don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the front part of the ship. And it's just this big white curtain. I'm like, what the hell is that? And, you see the boat turning, trying to get out of it.
The weight of it, yeah.
And to be perfect, it was a straight snowstorm, like in the middle of the fucking ocean. It was a snowstorm.
Wow.
So we ended up hitting it, and like literally the flight deck, everything was just covered. At least about 3, maybe 4 feet of snow.
Wow.
Was sitting on the flight deck, man. So, I mean, nature is something else.
Yeah, that's
nature is something else, man. So
Chinese Sea, ocean, ice, got it.
Hey, Marcus said, the hurricane is coming and you just stay home making videos instead of getting the hell on.
Now, that's where I'm at with it, though. Because, like, for real, like, how y'all know, they keep telling y'all, Category 4, when it hits land, it is going to flood and destroy everything. And instead of trying to sandbag and board your home up and get the hell out of there because you know that you're going to get stuck anyway and it's going to be malarkey. Heaven forbid another levee breaks or some more transformers explode. You know how that goes.
Well, I mean, if you really look at it, man, I mean, out there in Florida, it's tropical weather. And, saying they have seasons just like everybody else has seasons. So, you have your monsoon season. Just like, we have monsoon season out here in Vegas.
Yeah. My favorite season.
Yeah, because it comes during the summer and it cools the shit the hell down.
Don't it though? Man. July to September. Oh my God, I love it.
But it's one of those things where you know what I'm saying, you living in Florida, you're gonna get hurricanes. You're gonna get hurricanes every year.
Right. That's like Kansas. You're gonna get a tornado.
Exactly.
Right.
So, with that being said, one of the things that I know is with any hurricane, you can actually judge the strength of the hurricane if you go to the beach while they're letting you know, hey, this is possibly coming. What you're going to see is the water draw back. You know what I'm saying? Water comes in and, crashes and whatnot. When that water starts to draw back and it just keeps going and going and going to a point where you're like, damn, I can literally walk out of here. I can walk out here. That's going to be a very strong hurricane.
Right.
And the reason being is all that shit's doing is just drawing that water up and back. It's just drawing it up and back. And then when it's ready to release, it's coming right back out. You know what I'm saying? It's coming right back out. And it's coming with such a force that it is going, tear down some shit. So, it's tough to say, leave your home, leave this, leave that. And I get it. Some people have, just like, we are about earthquakes. just like we are about earthquakes. You know, somebody tells us, hey, you know, you about to get hit with a 6.4. We're like, yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? And we don't trip about it.
Right.
But they're like that with the hurricanes. This is something that they're used to. You know what I'm saying? They're used to this. This is nothing new to them.
Right.
So, you know,
like a slingshot, right?
Like a slingshot.
Like a slingshot, right?
Like a slinky. Like a slinky.
And that was your meteorological update from Doc.
Right.
Did you get your education today? You wrinkling your brain? All right.
All right. So, with that being said, we do got Thursday night football.
Oh yeah, it's underway.
Yep.
Did the Dolphins win?
No, actually, they're still playing. They're at the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. Cincinnati is up 20-15.
Oh boy.
They actually have the ball, 3rd and goal on the Miami 2-yard line. I'm gonna say this: Tua, Miami's quarterback, was carted off the field. He took a pretty bad sack. That was a pretty bad hit, you know, that he took, and smacked his head on the grass pretty hard. So, you know, prayers up to him. You know, hopefully, you know, saying it's nothing serious. They said he had been taken to a local hospital where you know, he has, you know, movement in all of his extremities, you know what I'm saying? So he's not paralyzed or anything of that nature.
Okay. All right.
But he took a pretty bad whack on the head, you know, and
so one of those the helmet flew off kind of situation.
Well, no, the helmet stayed on.
Oh, okay.
No, the helmet stayed on. They took his face mask off and everything.
Okay.
When they carted him off the field. But so Teddy Bridgewater came in and back up, and that's, you know, that was pretty much the beginning of the end, you know, and that's no disrespect to Teddy Bridgewater, man. I think he's a great quarterback. You know, he's coming in and doing his thing, but we don't know how long Tua's going to be out, especially when you go through the concussion protocol, because I know that's a concussion. There's no getting around that.
Yeah.
So Tua might be out for at least about 2, maybe 3 weeks, and he was, you know, partially injured before that game even
started.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he came in the door hurting.
Yeah, and he left hurt. Like a motherfucker. So, with that being said, you know, prayers to that. Right now, since he's up 20 to 15, and they're threatening to score. Okay. Now, the Raiders, your Raiders,
my Raiders
are 0-3. They're starting off the season with a bang. Good job.
I can't wait for Sunday though. I want to see what happens Sunday. I am going to be glued. I'm telling you, do not bother me Sunday.
Man, you need to come to the house and watch the game.
You know, because I mean, talking doo-doo in your own house is okay with me. Yeah, so you know,
come to the house and watch the game.
In your own house is all right.
Come to the house and watch the game.
You know, I had no problems bringing my doo-doo right there.
No, you leave your shit at the doorstep.
No, I'm coming right down too. I'll be the only one in black and silver. I don't care.
So. The Broncos are coming to town, you know, with the Raiders 0-3. The Broncos are 2-1, tied for first place in the AFC West. I don't like this. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't like this. I don't like this matchup. I don't think Russell Wilson has the grasp of the offense yet. I don't think Nathaniel Hackett has really turned Russell loose like he should. Our defense is playing very, very good. Our defense is playing great. But, you know, with this particular game, with the Raiders being 0-3, it's a division game. It's a rivalry game.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
You know, so it's one of those things where the Raiders are going to come out with energy. They're going to come out with a lot of energy. And, you know, we got to match that. You know what I'm saying? There's no getting around that. We have to match that.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous for this game. I'm a little nervous for this game.
I mean, because, you know, your team has been doing well, you know.
We're 2-1.
They only lost one.
Yeah,
know,
we're 2-1.
Your team's been doing
We all right. We all right. We could be doing a lot better. We could be doing a lot better.
You know, 33% on the down. You know.
Okay.
So you know that's wonderful. But yeah, we are coming home.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Like I said, I'm a little nervous for this game. You know what I'm saying? Normally I'm not. But this particular game, I am nervous for, like I said, because, you know, the Raiders are 0-3. They are going to come out. You know, Derek Carr, I know he hears, you know, everything that people are saying. You know, that one thing I will say, and this is what's giving me a glimmer of hope, the Raiders secondary is trash. It is trash. Y'all safeties, your corners, you guys are straight Fred G. Sanford fucking garbage. So with that being said, you know, I'm not fearing that. However, you know what I'm saying, it's that offense. You do have a strong offense. And like I said, that defense just may, step up and really do a job. So I'm not, I'm confident in my Broncos, man. I do want them to come out, with that victory. I would love to see, the Raiders being 0-4. That would be just the awesomest and the most excitingness.
Now, it's only one reason why I'm really, really focusing on this game.
Yeah, because you want me to go pescatarian.
Man, listen, I gave you fish. I gave you seafood.
Right.
It's only one reason why. Y'all remember this. We're going right back to this because I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold to the way. Doc, let's just get ahead of the game. We're just going to go ahead and throw the sizes out there. What size shirt is it that I have to get this Raider gear in for your month?
Oh, my God. Shit.
Just go ahead and throw the clothes size out.
It's like a 5X, man. It's gonna make my skin itch, man. Just I don't.
Whole month, black is so. Look around. Black looks good. Black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful, just not on the Raider.
Yes, I'm gonna do the eye patch the whole nine. Look, I'm telling y'all, watch. Y'all playing. Doc gonna come in here. He gonna have this on.
I'm not gonna wear that, man. You bugging. See, now you tripping. You going too goddamn far. I do got to give a quick shout out because before I came in here today, I was actually on Clubhouse, which I'm on Clubhouse a lot anyway. But I was in the Golden Ticket, which is ran by good friends Jason and Donna, and they had Benzino. They had Benzino in the club, man, and they did an excellent interview. They did an excellent interview, man. So I was actually proud to be, a part of that. So shouts out to my Clubhouse family, Donna, Jason, Dirt Gang, who's in here listening.
Shouts out.
Baby Doll, Miss Love, goodness gracious, Big T, all that, man. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Politicking, all of y'all, man. Shouts out to all of y'all, man. DJ East.
That's everybody rooms I be jumping in by accident when I be working.
Sit here following me. Oh, Big Doc is speaking. What is he talking about? Like you pushing the line, man. You pushing the line. Speaking of pushing. That goddamn pastor, Lamar Whitehead. Yeah. Lamar Whitehead out there in New York, man.
Yeah,
if you guys didn't see it, man, I think this happened maybe a couple of weeks ago, man. But he was up there giving a sermon, and it was a lady, she come walking across, the front of him when he was giving a sermon, man, and he mushed her. You know what I'm saying? He mushed her. Yeah, like, I'm not sure what kind of pastor does this, but he mushed her, and then he went off the camera, and apparently, he scratched a girl in her face. Well, scratched that lady in her face. Now, look here, man. I'm not okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not okay with, any man putting his hands on a woman. But then, you're supposed to be a pastor. You're supposed to be a pastor, dude. Like, why are you doing that?
My thing is natural reactions, right? Like, just a natural reaction to somebody mushing you in your face would make you, like, swing on them or something.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how the natural, and granted, people be like, no, you're not supposed to react. You're not supposed to react. I get it. But there's a little something that lives inside of me that's just going to react, okay? So the natural reaction would be to, like, go oops upside somebody's head. I don't care, pastor, not pastor, nothing. Once you get to the point of violation, pastor out the window, I'm finna clock you. and you better hope it ain't a couple big ones with me that's gonna clock you too, just because that's the kind of love that we share amongst one another. Me and my friendship circle, we like family. So you better be hoping ain't a few of them with me that's gonna clock you too.
Now, Peaches, I got a question.
Sure.
And I hope I don't offend any of the Christians that are listening.
Okay. I don't care.
What? God dang.
If you're offended, no. This is our platform.
What is with all of these crooked pastors, man? Like these cats like are like completely crooked. Like you can't miss this shit. It's so out in the open. You know what I'm saying? Joel Osteen, Creflo Dollar, Lamar Whitehead.
Alone. I'm sorry.
Creflo Dollar. This is the same moron that asked his congregation to give him $100 each. Now he has a big church, mind you. Give him $100 each so he can buy a private Learjet, so he can go and deliver the word of God, across the land and whatnot. Now my thing is this. if you want to go deliver the word of God, man, then go deliver it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need me to buy you a jet. You know what I'm saying? You know, preach the word of Jesus. I ain't never heard Jesus flying no jet.
You know, it's well, you know, they didn't have them then. You know, but then you know, well, I mean, okay, so we don't even really want to get me on book-based religions because I'm just gonna piss a whole lot of people off. Yeah. But you know, I mean, you already know how I am about book-based religion. I don't know why you want to ask me. He did this on purpose, y'all. So, so I don't. And this is something that a lot of people be like, oh, you don't believe in God. It's not that, right? I just don't do the book-based religion because it is man that ruins it. All right, then that's just it. And from revision number 1 to revision number 8,471,
right?
I don't know what's true no more, you know. And that's the problem. You got, you know, things that are added, things that have been removed. You know, people stick to this and that. Christianity specifically, they stick to 10 Commandments, and there's something like 400 or some crazy number like that.
Man,
so how do you miss the other 390?
Well, is one of them things. You know, where look, you know, in my opinion, it's the fear. It's fear-based religions. Right.
It's religion in general. So you have and everybody, I don't have a religion. I got a relationship. Whatever your religion, your relationship is toxic as hell. Then if that's the case, it's a lot of kind of everybody's input and everybody's own ideas instead of taking you know, I had even with the white Israel groups, you know, all of them, everybody in were the original, what do they call them?
Oh, you talking about the Hebrew Israelites? Yeah.
You know, even with those groups too, just kind of everywhere you go, whatever. You everywhere you go, people tend to have this thing where you're being forced to follow these rules, forced to do this, and not a single person is walking in that light. Not one.
Right.
Not one.
Right.
Not one. Every single person goes home. They drink too much. They screw too much. They curse too much. They talk too much. They eat too much. They do everything too much, and all of this. And what are you doing? I just can't.
Wait, that's screwing too much, man. You could have left that out, man.
No, I'm not gonna ever leave that part out because it's like Sodom and Gomorrah. Like literally, everybody wants to walk around and poke everything, suck everything. Fuck everything. Everybody's everything.
Well, no, if you're with your mate, there's no such thing as screwing too much. I'm just saying.
Well, if you're with your mate, yes, there is a such thing as screwing too much because they don't want to just screw their mate. They want to screw his mate, her mate, their mate, them mates over there, the mate around the corner. Then after the church doors close, they want to open up the pulpit to screw on the pulpit with the choir director, the secretary, the janitor, the children's church ministers. It's just like, come on. Seriously, people, like, come on, just get it together. Honestly, I'm so tired of people.
It's going down.
See,
you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily, you know, subscribe to that. That's not my thing. You know,
it just goes and goes and goes and goes.
Well, yeah, it does. And Marcus,
never in this story.
Marcus is right. It's a money grab. You know, they prey on the gullible. You know,
not everyone. There are some that are out there. Usually, they're really small churches. They don't tend to grow to the massive hundreds of thousands of members because for whatever reason, hundreds of thousands of people would rather follow the crooked ones,
right,
than to be the hundreds of thousands of people following that one or going with the one that's actually making a difference and actually going out and doing stuff.
Right.
So I'm not going to knock them all, but there is the gray area of human error.
True.
And these people are human as well, whether they're pastors or, you know, apostles or bishops or what, they're human as well.
True.
And they do things that humans do. They say things that humans say. They have to live in the same screwed up society that we have to live in. So you think they're going to be oblivious?
Right.
No, they're not.
Right.
This is Vegas. You know how many hoes want a man that got a woman? I mean, seriously. You know how many hoes is out here that's like, ooh, he a good man to her. He gonna be a good one to me too. You know how many hoes is out there? You know, and vice versa. You know how many hoes is out there that want a woman that got a good man? Like, oh, she a good woman to him. Ooh, she make him this, she do him that, this, that. I want her too. She ain't gonna be that with you though.
Man, but I'm not trying to take nobody's nothing from nothing. You know, it's just not my thing.
Yeah,
man.
But it's just they're kind of jacked up. That's all. Yes, everybody's humping everybody. Everybody's lying. Everybody's hiding. Everybody's stealing, conniving, and it's not all of them. But that's just really what's going on. They don't walk in their light.
Now you had something. You on your pad.
Which one? The police chase?
Oh no.
B-Rock's murderers.
No. We talked about it earlier. The Jeffrey Dahmer joint.
Oh.
Have you guys been watching? Did you guys watch that on Netflix? The Jeffrey Dahmer joint?
I started watching it. It's some things that are low key disturbing, but I started watching it, but like not really.
Well, I can honestly tell you, it was two things I was watching. I was watching Cobra Kai, and I was watching Jeffrey Dahmer. I was watching that, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Number one, I knew about Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying? I knew that he was, killing people, eating them, and chopping them up. Like I knew this.
Yeah.
But the way that they go into depth as far as to, what he did, how he did it, who he did it to, you know what I'm saying, how it started. Dude was just, man, oh my God. Like that right there, in itself. And what's crazy is, through all of this, he had a black neighbor. I think her name was Brenda Cleveland. He had a black neighbor, and she was consistently calling the police. She was consistently calling the police, like, "Hey, something is going on over here. This man is over here hurting people. Y'all need to get over here, and do something about this."
Right.
And they wouldn't take her serious because the area that they lived in. Hey, Tiff, what's up, Albert? They wouldn't take her serious because, it was in a predominantly black neighborhood. It was in a bad area. It was kind of crime ridden.
Right.
So he was getting away with this because the police just weren't taking it serious.
Yeah.
Like, it even got to a point where one of the little boys, he actually got away, and was running down the street. Now, oddly enough, the police caught, they got the little boy, and they brought him back to Jeffrey Dahmer. They brought him back. They brought him back to Jeffrey Dahmer, and Jeffrey Dahmer ended up killing the little boy. So, my thing is like, oh, Albert Murray said Peaches is absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
Thank you.
Look at that. Man, get off my friend, man. What's wrong with you, man? Y'all can't be sitting here shooting y'all shot on the show and shit, man. Dribble. Yeah.
I'm a jerk too because I do this every time. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Oh goodness! Oh, by the way, I'm gonna say, what's going on, baby doll? I see you over there.
Hey.
By the way, Albert Murray, I think that's Albert Murray, man. ATM. Yep. If you guys need your brakes done, things of that nature, man, hit up Albert Murray out here in Vegas, man.
Hey, Albert.
Yeah, he does brakes, and I believe he does tune-ups and things of that nature, oil changes.
Albert.
I believe so.
I'm finna get your number and call you.
There, yeah, for the car, Albert. For the car,
Albert.
For the car.
As a matter of fact, Sauce, I know you in here watching too. Why don't you hit Albert and say hi?
There you go.
We do need some breaks done.
No, but it's good to have, saying, that kind of neighbor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people complain about having nosy neighbors. That's all you hear, like, oh, that nosy motherfucker.
Hey, that was my granny.
But you're great for having a nosy neighbor because that neighbor knows exactly, what's going on in your house. Yeah.
Right.
So, for them not to listen to Miss Cleveland, man, they had just listened to her, man, a lot of lives could have been spared. A lot of lives could have been spared, man. And
I wonder if she's still alive.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna check into that. I believe she may be. I know her kids are. That's for certain. I know her kids are.
Right.
But that no problem, Albert. Shit. So that means I get a discount on the next oil change, nigga. But he said thanks for the plug. But that it was hard to watch, but I had to keep watching it.
Yeah.
I had to keep watching it. I had to see it.
Did you watch the whole series? Or
I watched it. I binge watched it. I watched the whole thing. Honestly, I think they're probably. They even made reference to Gacy, William Gacy. He's dressed up like a clown.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. So he used to. He did his thing.
Right. That's like, what's that? The black balloon. That's not the black balloon. The black box. I think it's called the black box.
Black box.
So it's a movie. I don't know. I may have caught it on Fire Stick. Y'all know how to go.
Okay.
All right. I might have caught it on Fire Stick. I might have caught it on Netflix. Please don't ask me which one it was because I can't remember because I got all of them. I got all the apps, all the crap. So, but there's a movie called The Black Box where this guy is taking a black balloon. He dresses up like a clown. He locks people down in his basement, and all of a sudden the phone starts ringing, and it's the ghosts of all of the other people who he had already killed, helping his last victim escape.
Okay.
Crazy. You gotta catch it.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, because it's not just the ladies that this is happening to. Obviously with Dahmer.
Right. Black phone. Thank you. Black phone, Irie.
If you go to somebody's house, man, and they make you a drink, man, you better be standing over their motherfucking shoulders while they doing it. You know what I'm saying? Do not, if you're in the club and somebody offers you a drink, you know what I'm saying, go to the bar with them.
Period.
Do not accept, any kind of drink, blunt, weed.
Especially not the herbals, unless you know that person.
Don't do it. Don't
literally
do it, man. These people out here are not playing fair, man.
No, they're not. And just like on a personal note, I've experienced that whole being around people who you thought you knew, thought you could trust, etc. And something unfortunate along the way happened as far as ingesting things that I did not know that I was ingesting.
Oh, man.
And so it just be careful. That's one of those things that I help the girls through their trauma with down, other people who have experienced those things as well. Yeah. But that's just something that you really, really, really need to be careful of. The sad part about it is I'm actually more pissed off at the female companions amongst it because it seems like everybody knew everything that was kind of happening.
Wow.
And I was very young at the time, you guys, so but it just still the situation itself is kind of hella crazy because it's something that you really don't anticipate, and kind of the reason why I don't go anywhere with coworkers half the time no more either.
Yeah. Now, I used to make fun of the cock, or as we used to call it, the cock block. Yeah. In the group. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, nope, we came together, we leaving together.
Yeah, I'm Skippy.
You know what I'm saying? And, at this point in my life now, I'm like, you know what? Nope, you keep that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all come together, man. Y'all leave together.
And if we all ain't together to leave, then we ain't freaking leaving until we find out what the hell happened to the one that ain't with us.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
Exactly.
That's just it.
Exactly. But all right, this is one of my shipmates right there, Juan Jimenez. He said my drinks are on point if anybody wants to come over. Dude, shut up, man. You got a wife and like 27 kids, man. Ain't nobody coming over to your house.
I am done.
That's my guy, man. We go back some years, man. That's my dude.
Yeah, he said shit.
And then my frat brother tuned in, man. Amon, what's up, man? Nakia, what's happening? Oh yeah, man, it's great,
now,
man.
Welcome, you guys. Don't make this your only time coming in.
Yeah, man. And if you want to say something, by all means, 702-551-5261. Call in, man. Yeah, let us hear it. We like to hear from you.
We love talking.
Oh, as a matter of fact, Auntie Peaches bought her cards. She got her cards.
I do.
So if you want to read, are you up to reading, or you still on the? Are you still on the?
No. I mean, if anybody wants to get in on the reading,
okay.
I mean, I did do a cleansing, and I have had them with me. So most people don't want their personal business out there though either. Well, so I can go general. You know how it goes. When it get too personal, I stop.
Okay.
Certain cards come out, I shut up and be like, all right, hit me up.
She done read me a couple of times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, and then she's accurate with it. You know what I'm saying. So it's actually pretty cool to. You know what I'm saying, to get that going,
sometimes I don't need the cards, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like to pull the cards out anyway because people like the vision.
Nah, but that Dahmer, like it really it did something to me.
Yeah.
It did something to me, and not so much. I mean, when you really think about it, growing up in L.A., we had the Night Stalker.
We did.
We had the Night Stalker, man.
The Night Stalker, and there was another one too. There was two different ones.
Well, I know it was a black serial killer. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He was a black serial killer. And he was taking folks out. But I will tell you, I've never seen a situation that had L.A. more scared than the Night Stalker. Mm-hmm. He had L.A. shut down.
Mm-hmm. That was like the early 80s.
He literally. Like, it was to a point where like if your dad was in the home or whatever the case may be, like my dad, when we would go to visit my dad on the weekends.
Yeah, that's right. We would get killer too.
We would literally have to sleep, all of us, all the kids, everybody. We had to sleep in the living room. My dad would sleep during the day. You know what I'm saying? And then at night, he would get up and he'd have his shotgun, he'd have his rifle. He had like 3 handguns sitting on the table, him and his coffee. You know what I'm saying? And we slept, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he made sure, nope, I'm standing to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To make sure that food don't come creeping in here.
Right.
And yeah, like before, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of toy around when the street lights came on. You can kind of, drag in. Man, you were in the house before the street lights started even flickering. There was nobody on the streets of LA at nighttime when that dude was running around, man. And he was really out there doing it, man. And honestly, I think that they'll probably make one about him if they haven't already.
I'm pretty sure sometime. So I think they might.
Wow.
I think it was like an American Horror Story portion of a series, or so. It was like part of American Horror Story or
it
something
was.
that went on him.
It was,
I thought so.
But I'm thinking that they're going to, I think they're really going to start bringing a lot of these serial killers to light with some of the stuff that they were doing.
That's bad because that's going to create copycats. I hope not.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
God.
Man, and I really hope that doesn't happen, man. It's crazy to see it. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Bunny?
Speaking of killers, though, right? The police and the 15-year-old girl and the dad and the whole situation behind that. Yeah. So I'm tripping, right? I'm tripping because, naturally I'm going to look at something kind of from the more protective standpoint just because of the kid involved in the first place anyway. First thing I'm going to do is protect the babies, right?
Right.
And I'm kind of tripping. So, yes, the guy killed his wife in Fontana. Then he goes, apparently, I guess, to Barstow.
Yeah.
I think he goes to Barstow. He kidnaps his daughter, goes to Barstow. Leaves Barstow with the daughter. It's the Amber Alert now. Leaves Barstow with the daughter, is traveling down to 15, gets into the Victimville area. Victorville. Please. Victorville.
Okay.
And his hysteria.
Hysteria.
I know.
All right, go ahead, man. Tell your story. Sorry. Go ahead.
Certain people understand why I'm saying that, and for those who know exactly, for those who know exactly why I'm saying it, either you have to live there, or you have to know people who live there. But Victorville is Victimville, and hysteria is hysteria because you got to be damn crazy to live there.
Fair enough.
So, no disrespect to my best friend.
Y'all should see her over here, dude. I'm so nervous.
But the Fontana police, man, so they chase the guy down, kill the dad. The girl comes out of the car. She's got tactical gear on. So my first thought is that, knowing how the police are, the father had her put the tactical gear on to protect her from the raid of bullets or the rain of bullets that was coming.
See, here this shit go. Albert, man, log the fuck off, man. Why are you doing this, dude? please excuse me, but dude, Peaches, you got a man. I'll protect you, baby. Like, come on, fam.
Today,
like, this is what we doing, huh?
You want to warn them, Doc?
No.
You want to put out the disclaimer?
No. Some motherfuckers just got to find out on their own, man.
Some
people just got to find out on their own. That's what I was saying.
You got to roll back a couple weeks and look at the shot.
Albert, all I'm going to say is be careful what you wish for.
Oh, my God. That's too funny. So the girl had the tactical gear on. And she was completely covered up, and they still managed to murder this young lady, or kill the girl too. Mm-hmm. So now they're coming out with reports saying that the girl was firing at the police, and her fingerprints are on the gun. And, logical thought says that when they went to Barstow, he was probably teaching her how to shoot because, Barstow is kind of desolate, or at some point in time, she handled the firearm. Most parents, like we talked about last week, want to be able to teach their children how to handle it safely, etc. Yeah. So the only thing that I can come up with is that she, at one point in time, she was in the van or in the truck with the guns, etc. Where do you guys, my mindset, and I'm still trying to figure it out, and of course we're waiting for the investigation, but I just don't, it doesn't sit well with my spirit that they're saying that this girl was shooting at them.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. because I didn't really get to look at the story, but as you were telling me, you did mention that, the girl started running towards the police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unarmed.
Well,
Unarmed.
I mean, even if she was,
right.
You'll hear orders. Hey, get down, get down, get down. Just, stop. They're going to tell you stop. Now I get it. Out of fear, you're going to keep running.
Do you think that she could hear them yelling, get down and stop over the gunfire?
Trust me, I'm pretty sure they didn't just open fire on her without giving those warnings. I hope they didn't.
Well, because the gunfight started prior to her getting out the car running.
Well, okay.
So they were already in the firestorm. So that's what I'm saying. If they're yelling orders at her,
okay,
and they're trying to get her to get down, etc., but they're shooting at the dad is shooting. You got people shooting from the left, shooting from the right. You don't know what gun is firing, so they all still firing because they don't know who's firing what gun. So they're shooting. Hell, for all you know, it was only the police shooting.
Could have been.
You understand?
In that, I think that was one of those situations where it was just like the perfect storm of bullshit at that time.
Yeah.
With everything happening. I mean, once your adrenaline's pumping, shots are being fired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go into a different mode. You go into a different setting. So with that being said, with the little girl getting out of the car, and she's in tactical gear, look, and you can say, okay, the dad knew what he was getting ready to do, so he put his baby girl in tack gear to protect her.
That's my mindset.
Yeah, that's I mean, in a lot of ways that makes sense.
Yeah,
that does make sense. However, he should have told her, hey, listen, if you get out of this car, just lay the fuck down. Just lay down, spread eagle, lay down. Because basically what you're doing, if you did tell her to get out the car, or if she did get out well, obviously she got out the car, but as you're running towards people, and this is in the middle of a firefight, and you're wearing tactical gear, they don't know what you have. They don't know what you have, and right now we're in the middle of this shit. So, unfortunately, you do have a lot of bad law enforcement, but in this particular situation, this man has already killed a person. He kidnapped another person, and this person happens to be in tack gear. There's obviously a gun in the car because they found it. You know what I'm saying? So
there was multiple.
Exactly.
And the storage container too, by the way. There was a storage container. So let's just get there.
So
the dad had a storage container. What happened? I guess the couple broke up. The dad took the daughter with him. The mom had the son with her. And the dad was staying from hotel to hotel with the daughter. And yeah, I'm there too. If he was protecting her, the father could have just let her out and drove off so she wouldn't have got killed.
True.
But again, the firefight started on the freeway. They were actually on the 15. They were right there by the outer Bear Valley Highway area. I know the area too well, so I kind of know how it's kind of set up, and it's a couple of businesses to the left, a couple of businesses to the right, a couple of boat stores, but you got really mostly desert in the area. If you look at it, it's really mostly desert. And they were shooting so much, and the guns were firing so much that the businesses actually took a lot of the fire as well. In the area, so they're showing video footage of the bullet holes going through all the businesses that are nearby, businesses that I remember. I'm familiar with the area. I lived up there at one point in time. So to see the way it kind of happened, openly, that the man is the driver. So obviously, clearly, the other person running away from the car had to be the daughter. I know she's not built with the same height, same body build, none of that as her dad, because clearly she looks like a little effing girl. So how do you?
But you know what? By
Bear Valley Mall.
But in that defense, though, I mean, even if you're over in Afghanistan, you would think that somebody that age and body size wouldn't be carrying an AK-47, but they do.
4-year-olds that will shoot you.
Right. So
I got you.
In this instance, what do you think? Because I mean, as a cop, or law enforcement, man, your job is to go home at the end of your shift.
Right.
And when you're put in this, like I said, in this situation, I can't necessarily fault law enforcement for doing what they did in this situation. Some would say, why didn't they take more time to find out, if the little girl was armed or not? Okay.
I mean, well, here, because, and I understand why that question is being asked, because you can have people who do have guns and who are doing things like pointing guns at the cops, literally in their face, like, I'm about to shoot you, and the cop will tase them and not shoot them.
Shit.
Now, what you mean, shit?
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. You stick a gun in my face and I got one, trust me. One of us ain't gonna make it. I ain't tasing shit.
Okay, so let's do a little poll, because y'all know I like to ask y'all a question, right? So here go Auntie Peaches' question of the night. What do you think the difference is between the person who walked away after pointing the gun in the cop's face was, and this little girl that got murdered in tactical gear running away from her dad who was in a firefight with the cops? What's the difference?
Shit, I can even answer that. Obviously, the little okay.
The little girl's last name was Vasquez, I believe it was. Okay, and the person who actually got walked with handcuffs after killing a whole school full of kids still got walked out in handcuffs. After literally killing a whole school full of kids, and then walked out in handcuffs, pointing a gun in a cop's face, walked out in handcuffs. What do they have in common?
White.
All right. Yeah. So now let's just go back to it. Let's be realistic here. Okay. So they would have exercised more caution if they knew that they were chasing down Mr. Smith and his daughter versus chasing down Mr. Garcia and little Miss Vasquez.
I mean, it definitely holds merit. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing with that, because you're right. In a lot of instances, you're right. I mean, it's just, with this one, like I said, I mean, it's so much that could have been done to prevent that little girl from getting killed.
Right.
There's so much that could have been done.
On both sides, from her father, her education. I mean, personally, I know that the people that are around us, we teach them, certain things as well.
Right.
Most of the black men that I know teach their sons not to do certain things and stay the hell away from certain atmospheres, et cetera, because they don't want to be another victim. So, and yeah, that's exactly right. Well, go ahead, Irie, say it again. Say it again. She says, oh yeah, because they're killing our folks
for a pack of gum these days. You're not lying.
That's true.
Like I said, I can't sit here and say that there aren't dirty cops out there. There are a lot of dirty cops out there.
A dirty cop arrested me, so yeah, I got it.
There are. I mean, and one of the things that they do, which is in my opinion, or I'll say a lot of people's opinion, but I'll say mine's right now, just for the sake of this. A lot of these people who do have the badge now, and they plot these people in urban areas, but these people are not from urban areas. They don't know, the lingo. They don't know how these people communicate. They don't know the area. So now you're putting, Joey Heberwitz, who was born in Simi Valley and really never seen black people like that outside of what they saw on TV, and now you drop them cats on 79th and Central. He's naturally nervous. He doesn't know the area, and he doesn't know the people. He didn't grow up with these people, nor did he grow up like that. No, I'm just saying. I mean,
I get it. I get what you're saying. I get it. And they used to be able to hold weight before the internet and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all the other stuff. So before all of that, social media, that used to really be able to kind of hold weight. That really, really did.
True.
But now, since the induction, right, of social media, since everyone has been, weaned into the process of social media, I really can't honestly give anybody that excuse anymore.
Well, it's okay.
I can't let them have it.
It's like I said, I'm not using it as an excuse, but I am saying that this is in fact a fact.
No, it's real.
You're putting scared people
right
into an even scarier situation. Make no mistake about it. Being a law enforcement officer, that is a scary job.
Right.
That is a scary ass job, and it's very stressful.
If you're a punk, though, don't sign up for the job, though. But I got you, though.
Yeah, I mean, and you have people that were bullied in high school, and and they get a badge now. You take these people who are scared to death, who are naturally shitty ass people, and then you give them a badge, and you damn near give them like absolute authority to pretty much to do what they want to do to you.
Well, yeah.
It's Hey, fucked up.
My rights begin where your rights end. Don't ever forget that. That go with the cops too.
Yep, Marcus is right. Old Chief Parker imported Klansmen from the South to police the black area in L.A. in the 50s. Mm-hmm. This is true.
True.
This is absolutely true.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't doubt that.
I mean,
but again, this is 2022.
Well, that shit ain't changing.
Hold on. It'll change when we make it change. It's 2022, and we have the power. We actually do. So it'll change when we make it change. But it's again this year, this era, this decade, this the millennials have come. All the nonsense and all the crap that kind of actually used to be able to slide really is not. You really can't slide with a lot of this business no more. So I understand being in a culture shock. I've been in places where I was the only black face. Was it a culture shock? Not really. I ain't scared of nobody. But I understand the culture shock. I get the culture shock.
Right.
So that only goes so far, though. I can almost guarantee that not a single one of these cops have never, ever, ever encountered a black person personally in a day-to-day life at all, ever. I can guarantee. I can guarantee that is not a fact.
Well, I mean, for some, it is true. For some, it is true. And you know what? I wouldn't have believed that until I joined the Navy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here in boot camp with, people from all walks of life, and there was this cat named Emery. Emery walked up to me and he flat out told me, he said, you know what? You're the first black person I've seen in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't, and he was from Centerville, Texas. So some people literally don't know us outside of what they see on TV.
Yeah, and Centerville's an old sundown too. But yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I can't. I'm not giving excuses. I'm not even trying to rationalize the shit that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because
hey, Irie, we got 200 stars. Irie,
we got who?
200 stars. Show
we do?
love, yes. Irie, Shantae, my sister from another mother and mister.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you for the stars. Heart.
Hey.
You beautiful, beautiful person. Thank you.
Right. I show super love.
Oh shit, man. Peaches, man. We're
Did we do it again?
We are. We're at the 51-minute mark.
Oh boy.
God dang, dude. Like, you guys, honestly, between me and Peaches, man, like really,
y'all are the best.
Yeah, you guys make this show. You guys make this show. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you, because we always have so much shit to talk about
that we never get through.
Yeah,
with y'all
because we sitting there talking to you, motherfuckers.
We did with the PNB Rocks murderers. Dad and son.
Man,
going down.
Yeah, that was all bad.
I almost got us on the African scammers today. Don't send iTunes gift cards to anybody. Y'all don't play.
Ray Nail, my brother did that.
I know someone, I'm not going to say a name, but I know someone who literally sent $5,000 in iTunes gift cards to call themselves staying out of jail in a state that they'd never set foot in. And I was like, yo, bruh.
And you can't get that money back.
No, you can't. Then, he was sick, right? And I was like, well, you should have been. And he was like, well, I just jumped out the car, ran in the store. What were you thinking?
No, fam.
The police want iTunes cards to keep you out of jail?
Right.
Yo, if the police want you, they going to come get you, bruh. Okay. Y'all can find me, my_auntie_peaches on TikTok, IG. I ain't gonna give y'all my good mint, but TikTok, IG. Follow me on Facebook if I liked your comments.
All right. Dion Big Doc Amos on Facebook, Big Doc 68 on IG, at The Real Big Doc on Twitter. And I am also on Clubhouse. Again, shout out to my Clubhouse family. Right. Big Doc. Also, before we go, shameless plug. October 16th, California, I will be back. I will be in Carson at the Soul Venue. Shouts out to DJ Dundale, Jay McKeith out there doing her thing. Thank you for bringing me back. So I will be out there October 16th telling that funny. Look out for the flyers, man. If you're out there in California, LA, Gardena, Inglewood, you know what I'm saying, man, if you fuck with me, man, come on out there, man. Show your shit, man, because I'm telling you, I'm coming out there to tell that funny.
I forgot one thing.
Go ahead.
I got to give special love and special shout out to Jamal McGee is a friend of mine from high school who recently passed on. So big love to his family. Steve, to his family and his wife and their children. And, rise and power Jamal. He used to come to my granny house and listen to Tupac with me here and there and clown a little bit and then disappear for like 8-9 months. So I love him still. He was my other brother too. So he was another brother to me. So I love him still. But rise and power and peace and love to everybody. And take care of your loved ones. Let them know y'all love them. Call them in for no reason and give that I love you out like I do.
Amen. May Allah be pleased with you, Brother Williams, man. I'm really sorry to hear about your passing, man. Man, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
But hold on. Peaches, what's your Facebook? Someone hacked my old page. She is Auntie Peaches.
I'm just going to send a love, and then whoever loves your comment, you follow that person.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, whoever loves, there you go.
I like your comment, follow that is.
All right, well, until next week, man, thank you guys for listening in, man. Thank you guys for being active in the chat.
Yes.
Me and Auntie Peaches, man, we love y'all.
Feeling the love.
Auntie Peaches going to take me to sushi for my birthday, but that's,
when Doc finally decided to get ready for sushi for his birthday, I've been asking him for a week.
Shut your ass up. All right, y'all, man. We'll see y'all next week, man.